Okay, so let's start this number 3 homework together. Try that, please. Okay, follow me, and then you can go off on your own. So just recall what we just went over in the lesson. This is the same as 1m over 12. So let's rewrite this as 1 over 12m. So 1/12 times m is going to equal 9. Right? So first step, rewrite it so you have a fraction you can take the reciprocal of. So if you have a number on top and bottom, you're ready for the next step. If you don't have that to start with, then you have to do that first. When you get to the back, they're like already 4/7 x times something, so you don't have to. But if it's not, do that first. Yes. You don't really actually need to write this part. If you can just go straight from here to here, that's fine. Yeah, because it's understood it's a 1 when there's nothing there. And then we can show the multiplying the algebra part, multiplying by the reciprocal on both sides. Since this is just a number by itself, it's the top number, just to keep in mind. So if you want to, if it makes you more comfortable, you can make this a 9 over 1, but you don't have to. Just leave it like that. We already know that 12 over 1 times 1 over 12 equals 1. Right? They cancel out, so we just get 1m. And then 9 times 12 divided by 1. Right? Multiply the top, divide by the bottom. So we get 9 times 12, which is 108. If you weren't sure of that, remember this is the elementary school arithmetic. You can check on the calculator to make sure. You should not miss an algebra problem because you're not sure what this is. Okay, the only algebra here is figuring out what the fraction is and then multiplying by its reciprocal. That's the algebra you're practicing. Okay. So a little bit faster version. We can just go straight to, if you can, go straight to this. You can see that this is a 1, and you're going to move the k over. So you can just make this 1 over 2k equals -6. After a while, yeah, that's pretty much what you're going to do with the group. That you can kind of see what's already going to happen. And then you can go to your reciprocal, both sides. Now, the most common mistake is probably going to be negative, so just be careful when you do have a negative. Look at it from the beginning and make sure you don't forget about it throughout the problem. We get caught up in multiplying by reciprocals and all that stuff, and then we forget a little negative and miss it altogether because of something so small. Okay. So we already know this equals 1k. And we have -6 times 2 divided by 1. Remember, multiply the top, divide by the bottom. So that's -12. And if it never leave it over 1, so you wouldn't want to put it's -12 over 1. Simplify it all the way to -12. Okay. Box it, circle it, so we officially say this is my answer. I'm going with this. Now here, which later on we can do a little faster, but for now, again, just make it over 1, and then multiply it by its reciprocal. The problem number is going to be kind of in the way. Just go ahead and squeeze it in, or if you can overwrite it carefully, you can make it like 1 over -11. Squeeze it in there, 1 over -11. Yeah, there's no way for us to really move this or put some more space there, but when you guys actually have to write the problem down yourself, practice that. Write the problem number and then give yourself some space when you know you have to multiply by reciprocals. Okay, 1 over -11 times -11 over 1 we know equals 1, +1. Every time reciprocals multiply to 1. 66 times 1 divided by -11. Okay, multiply the top, divide by the bottom. So 66 divided by -11, -6, box of it. yes, it's the same answer as if you just divide both sides by -11. After this assignment is done, you can do that. But for now, just please show the reciprocal for each one. Let's scan a little bit. Let's just go down. Is there anything else that's different from what we already done? 7 is pretty much the same as 5. Now, this is a little different just because it's a fraction on this side, so maybe we'll talk about this. Let's make the coefficient, the number in front of the variable, make it a improper fraction, so make it 2 over 1. All right? Then, multiply by its reciprocal. All right? 1 over 2 times 2 over 1 equals +1. That's our reciprocal answer. On the other side, we have 9 times 1. And then the bottom, we have 2 times 2. So that's 9 over 4. Do I need to make that a mixed number? No. Does it reduce? No. Is that the right answer? Nope, not turn into decimal. Maybe that's a fraction. Good question. Is that the right answer? No. Like as I mentioned before, we can do all this, and then we forget this little thing right here, and we get it wrong. So after you get really good at this, that's going to be the most common mistake for everybody. Even A students and everybody, they make that mistake often. It's like we get so wrapped up in numbers, we forget that tiny little symbol, and we get something wrong. So scan it one more time to make sure you don't forget anything. Yep, top times top, bottom times bottom. And since 4 doesn't go into 9 evenly, I stop. It doesn't reduce at all, so that's it. Yep. And if you weren't sure, just go to your calculator and type in -9 over 2 times 1 over 2, and it'll give you that answer. You can always verify it. If you don't have one of these yet, you can come in tomorrow and just verify any problem with a fraction you're not sure of. Check it. Check the arithmetic here. But again, there are only $2 at 99-cent store. Let's see, it's 10 different. $10? Okay. So yeah, 10's an example where it's already a fraction for you, so we don't have to make it a fraction. See, the coefficient is 2 over 3. So we can just do 3 over 2. And then over here, 3 over 2. The 3's cancel, the 2's cancel. We end up with 1m. And then 3 times -1 is -3 and over 2. So just -3 over 2. And you don't have to make it a mixed number. Don't make it -1 and 1/2 or anything. You can leave it just as is. And you'll find out on the back that, oh yeah, they're already fractions for me, so that's a little easier. I don't have to do as much. Right? It is already 2 over 7, so I can just go straight to 7 over 2. And I get those to cancel, so I have x equals, and then you just have to do the arithmetic here. So 10 times 7 is 70. 7 times 2 is 14. 70 over 14, and reduce it. And that's the arithmetic, the elementary school arithmetic to do. Or you can just put it in the calculator. Or you can cross cancel if you know how to do that. But whatever you want to do to simplify, it's up to you. Yeah, well, I just look at it like this. Like it's a negative times a positive, so the answer is going to be negative something. And then I just do the numbers. Yeah, so you can do that. And you can also say, well, 7's cross cancel, and 2 goes into 10 5 times. So I know it's going to be -5. So if you know that stuff, that's fine. If not, just put it in the calculator, right? Never miss an algebra problem because of arithmetic. Just type it in if you're not sure, or even if you think you know you're sure. Maybe check it anyway, and then it'll work out a lot better that way in the end. You can just check it all. Okay, after a while, you're going to get sick of typing in all these fractions, and you're going to get faster at just doing it manually. That's usually what happens by the 3rd week of school. People find out it's too much button pressing. Like, I can just do this in my head or I'm expecting that to happen next week. Okay, that's about it. You guys have a good one, and come tomorrow with everything finished, and we'll check it off homework tomorrow.
Are you going to